I believe it's the second last show because the season finale is coming up in June.
June 19th is the next show. First time I've been to a C4 show solo, like just usually in a while. In a while, like last couple of shows, I've usually gone with you and the rest of the This Is Wrestling crew. So really, I kind of got the chance to take it all in solo. So I was just kind of back in the crowd and just chatting with folks. I had some good conversations. I'll tell you about a conversation I had with somebody we know that I think ended up really well as well. So
good.
So, but a lot of good stuff.
Like on the air or off the air?
Off the air.
Oh.
I'll tell you.
You can't tell me on the air?
Nice. I don't know.
Okay.
It was a good convo.
Okay.
It was somebody we've spoken to.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But I just be on the safe side. It's my reporter side, coming through and be like, I don't know. I'll keep it off the record. But
okay.
But he will appreciate that I've chatted with you. But no, I had a good time. This was C4's A Better Tomorrow. And that was at the Preston Event Center. Came in during the pre-show.
Was that the Battle Royal?
That was the Battle Royal to determine who was going to face off against Sheldon Jean for the C4 Championship later on in the night.
Okay.
And I got to tell you,
I don't know anything about the card, and I know who won that match. That's the only thing I know.
You know who won the match?
Yes.
Who won the match?
I think.
You tell me who won the match?
Puff.
Puff did win the match.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go.
See?
You're on top of it.
I know. Yeah,
You're on top of it. So I was a little surprised about Puff winning. And the thing was, as I was watching the show, they had this battle royal put together, and there's a lot of the guys that were in there are guys that are familiar to the local scene. So like guys like KJ Swade, Thomas LeDuc, Xander Orion, local guys. Hardcam was not in the battle royal.
Oh man,
this is his brother that was in the Mad Lad, Thomas LeDuc.
Soft cam.
Not soft cam. That would be so roaming cam. But B footage.
Sounds like a good tag team to me.
B-roll, Thomas LeDuc.
That sounds like a good.
I gotta
hard
pitch
cam
that to
and
him.
B-roll.
I gotta pitch that to him. So I was looking at the contestants and I was kind of like, if you're gonna have a challenger for considering just pushes on screen, like KJ, like there are guys there that I like, but in terms of like being pushed on the main C4 show, I was kind of like, oh, this is not as much. Now I had been told that like a couple of the wrestlers that were supposed to be in this battle royal, they weren't able to make it to the booking. So that's what ended up being, because they were also short staffed on security that night. So I was like, okay, but Puff was an interesting pick. At first I wasn't really seeing the vision because I was like, Puff is more of a comedy character there. Like obviously won the tag team championships there with Pretty Ricky Wilde. But I was like, oh, challenging for the title against Sheldon, but kind of put a pin on that for a little bit later. I was like, okay, Puff is kind of an interesting one. I don't know if I would have picked Puff, but once the main event happened, I understood the booking and the thought process behind it. So opening match was the tag team championships. It was the Rogues taking on Project 8100. And I really like Project 8100. I don't know if they had the greatest chemistry with the Rogues. Right. When I was watching it was just like, especially
did they have their manager out?
Yeah, they had MVP Michael
Von
Payton, who's been a staple in the indie scene for a long time.
Yeah.
He was MVP before MVP.
Was he yelling on the microphone like he was when we were there?
He was yelling at the end. It's like, say hello to your new C4. There's your spoiler. New C4 tag team champions in Project A100. He did get on the microphone.
But like the introduction, he didn't do the introduction.
He wasn't there for the introduction. He ran in during the match. Okay. And this was one of the critiques I was going to say. Now, there was a spot where Dexter Doom did a dive to the outside, and I call it the pencil, where it looked like he was straight up.
Yeah.
But he was head down first.
Ooh.
And from my vantage point, I was like, oh my God. And they came in and apparently like he had twisted enough, similar to like Darby Allin where it's just like he landed and he was fine. But like the referee came over and was like, you good? You good? And he's like, yeah, it landed. It's like, it looked really bad. So,
right.
I kind of like the Rogues. They're a younger team. But I don't know if they had the greatest chemistry, especially the finish, because they try to do this roll up deal where MVP's given the belts to him and he's going to hit him, but it took a long time to develop. He gave him and then they rolled through, but he didn't hit him. Then they rolled back into another pin and then they rolled back and then hit the title.
Okay.
I was like, oh, it looked a little off, but they did win they are the new C4 tag team champions. So like opening match is like, yeah. And then the second match was Von Vertigo and his crew,
my boy.
And that was revealed. Vaughn was very upset on social media about his mystery opponents being, or the mystery opponents that he was going to face off being revealed against Myun Jae Lee and his team. So it's Vaughn with Drea Mitchell, Brent Banks, and Johnny DeLuca. Johnny DeLuca, by the way, I'm always been impressed whenever he shows up. He's wrestles out of Kitchener, I believe. I know he's wrestled mainly in Hamilton. And Myun Jae Lee, he comes out. His tag team partner is Leah Sparks. And then it's Josh Bishop and WWE ID prospect Sam Holloway.
Okay.
The two really big dudes. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Two really
and Leah Sparks is very small.
Very small.
So like that would have been like a good.
Yes, it's a dichotomy thing. And Leah Sparks has been somebody that's been gaining some traction. I've called a couple of her matches in Acclaim.
Yeah.
Aerial List. She was on Canada's Got Talent as well.
She's got a little bit of that, what I would say, like nothing she does is like, oh wow, that's incredible. Yeah. But she's got that likable factor. Like you kind of really want to root for her.
Yeah.
Like
there's a funny thing on the indies right now. She's been posting up a lot of Instagram reels and and one of the reels was just like her sitting off. It's like, nobody calls me Big Dog. I want to be called Big Dog like everybody else. Like it was just like one of those funny things. And in wrestling, once you have that, everyone's like, so ever since it's like, Big Dog, how's it going, Big Dog? And blah, blah, blah. And so even at Acclaim, they're calling her the Big Dog, Aaliyah Sparks, which is pretty funny.
It's just, I guess it's a genuineness.
Oh yeah.
That she seems to have.
Yeah.
And like, if you're going to be a baby face and you want people to root for you.
Yeah.
Just be genuine.
Yep.
And I always remember the show that we went to, the last show, that she was out there and she was working really hard. And like at the very end, like we stayed around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say hi to London Lightning and we talked to Mark for a while. And we came back and like, I mean, the room is probably 90% empty at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, that part where security starts to like, just slowly push this way. And it's like, guys, like, I know you do. It's probably your brother that was like, time to go.
Yes.
Listen, I know you, McGibbon. But my point is that Leah Sparks at the end was still there, just saying goodbye to people.
Yep.
Thanks for coming to the show.
Yep.
And I asked her, I said, I think it's really good that you do this. Like, why do you do it? And she's like, you know, like whether she's in character or not. She's like, I genuinely appreciate people coming. Like these are the people this is why we do what we do. We're lucky here in C4 to have a really good, loyal crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And because she stayed to the very end. And I can tell you how many wrestlers did that.
Yeah.
One. And that was her.
Yep.
And I was just really impressed by that. That
she gets it.
Yeah. That she, you know what? And look, sometimes people do things because it's the right thing to do, or they think they're going to look good in the promoter's eyes or whatever it is. It just didn't come across like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
And she was engaging in conversation and making sure she thanked every single person that came out of there. And, and you know what it's like, long night. And now 90% of the people are gone and you're almost like 4 hours in. You probably want to get home too.
Yep.
And she was not doing that.
Especially with her because she's from Montreal.
Yeah, she was from Montreal. I didn't know that. She doesn't come across. It doesn't have a like huge francophone accent.
I think she's based in Montreal. I think she's initially from Toronto.
Right.
So, but she travels back and forth. But
so she would have had to get going.
Yeah.
And so even hearing that impresses me more. I just really like the genuineness that she has when she's out there. It makes you want to root for her.
Yep. And she's somebody I can tell you for a fact, like people very much really like having her backstage, and just like she's very good at engaging with people. And
Yeah.
and the thing with her character too is that she has like, it's very easy to get caught up in being like obviously bubbly, nice and whatnot, but she understands that you also have to have a little bit of an edge,
Right.
and a little bit of ass kicker in you. So it's not just like you see it's like, oh, bubblegum style. Like even in her song, it's like says bubblegum, right? But she also calls herself the firecracker, where once the bell rings, like, I'm gonna kick your ass sort of deal. So I think it's a good blend. So so she came out this elimination tag team match. Bishop was so fired up. He like high-fived a fan so hard that his drink fell off his hand. Like he was like,
that's hilarious.
Like, he's like, ah, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a big Psycho Sid guy, not because he was a great wrestler, but he was just had so much charisma that I'm like, yeah, I believe you, even though you're not good. But like,
yeah.
And Bishop is a better in-ring wrestler than Sid. But if you're going to take somebody's charisma, you absolutely have to do it with Sid. Sam Holloway's a big dude too. So they did this elimination style match. Leah Sparks got eliminated by countout. And then they did a spot where it was Holloway and Bishop. They brought in the doors and they choke slammed two of the wrestlers through the doors. I believe it was DeLuca and Banks. But the doors were not allowed in the match, if I recall. So they got DQ'd. So they got eliminated because it's a tag team elimination match. I didn't really love that. I understood the explanation because they came in and like Banks and DeLuca are knocked out from those choke slams. So they came in and eliminated them from that. Like I understood the idea.
Right.
I just don't know if I loved it that much. But in the end, Lee Von Vertigo is able to escape with the victory. Your guy, the V guy. And it had been a little bit, the last time I saw
Triple V, baby.
Triple V.
Von Vertigo Versage.
That's, there you go.
Yep.
You're vibing
and
with the V.
Don't let Tanner tell you that this is his guy, because this was my guy before it was Tanner's guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the V guy.
Yeah. And he's been somebody that's been taking full advantage of having the international bookings, and he just continues to be better and better. I think the last match that was non-C4 I saw from him, he took on Kerry Morton in Port Hope.
Wow.
The son of Ricky Morton. I'm like, I can't believe I'm watching this right now. It was for the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship too. So it was like, oh boy, like this is something I get to say, yeah, I watched. So I like a lot of the competitors in the matchup. I don't know if I loved everything in terms of how they went and approached the match, but Von Vertigo's continuing the safety gimmick and like, you gotta be safe and blah, blah, blah. And Dre Mitchell as well. And so, yeah, that was a solid match. I'm going a little bit out of order here. But I know one of the matches as well that I really liked. I'm going to wax poetic on this. This wasn't the next match, but I'm going to tell you right now, I absolutely love this match.
Okay.
This was Jonathan Gresham versus McCrae Martin.
Oh, okay.
And what a shocker that I would love a Jonathan Gresham match, right?
I'm McCrae Martin.
And a McCrae Martin.
Another one of my guys.
Yeah, another one of your guys. But I absolutely love this match. And once you hear me describe the match,
okay,
you're like, oh, of course, Zach would absolutely love this
match.
Right. So, first time ever matchup. And we talked with Mark previously about like, this is the kind of stuff that he's looking for, trying to give new opportunities for guys. Right. And like, this is one of them here. And I absolutely love this match. The way that they built this, like start off, it was like a feeling each other out process, and Gresham's trying to figure out Hot Stepper and Hot Stepper's trying to figure out Gresham. But it then evolved into Gresham starts targeting the shoulder and arm of Hot Stepper, his left arm. And that's really all he did during the match is like, but it's Jonathan Gresham, right? So he turns into these different holds and he's stuck. And the way that it played off with like Gresham is clearly the superior technical wrestler, right? And just like locking in all these different holds, and McCrae's like, oh, like I can't, to the point where he's not able to use his left arm during the match.
Right.
It's so targeted. So like all his power stuff is on his right arm and trying to take him down. It was so well worked. I loved this. It was again, what I talk about on the show all the time. It was just simple. And Gresham kept continuing to target the arm. McCrae would have these comeback spots and have these big moments trying to take after Gresham. And Gresham was like, they did a great job of sensing the crowd. Hot Stepper was playing more of the baby face in peril, and Gresham was like the cocky heel. Like, I know so much more about pro wrestling and all this technical stuff. And I absolutely loved the finish because Hot Stepper, he has this one last burst, but he finally gets brought down. And once again, Gresham has that left arm locked in. One shoulder is down, the other shoulder is being lifted up for the arm, and he finally gets one last submission hold on, and then puts the other shoulder down. 1, 2, 3. That's it. And I was like, yes, this is what I'm looking for. I love this. Like, again, it was a surprise pin. It made total sense. Like, his left arm had been worked on all match. He's trying to use the other arm for power stuff and doing all these different moves, but he kept selling the arm throughout the entirety of the match. And finally, he's just, the guy's just the superior technical wrestler, knows how to pin him down and uses that weakened arm to put it down the shoulder for the pin. I love this match. This might be a match that, like, at the end of the year, like, I know some do like a top 10 match of the year ballots. I might just put it on there just so people can go see it. I really, really love this match. And again, McRae, you've been seeing the progress on his Instagram posts. He's been getting great shape, like really putting on muscle, and he looks fantastic. He's somebody that, you know, as the years have gone on, like, whenever you saw him, you could tell he had the size and the height and whatnot, and he had the wrestling ability. Now it was just making sure that that total package kind of came in, and he really honed in on it over the last little bit. And he looks really, really good. So I loved it. And of course, you know, as a Japanese pro wrestling nerd, Lee, Jonathan Gresham came out to Mil Mascaras' song.
Come on.
Yeah, Sky High. And I'm like, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm like, I think only me and 2 other people know why he's coming out to this song. And I've seen it, and I'm like, this is whatever happened in AEW with Jonathan Gresham. I'm like, I'm so glad he still loves pro wrestling, that he's coming out to Sky High. And I'm like, oh, this is such a great song and whatnot.
I love those when you have moments like that, not a lot of people are getting them, but you get it.
Yeah.
And it means something.
Yeah.
Love that.
I love those little things. So that's my go-to match for everybody, is to go check out, is that Gresham and McRae Martin match. Other matches, because I know we've gone pretty long here, so I'm going to try and not go too much longer on the C4 show. But I want to make sure I get enough time.
Well, I mean, make sure you go another 2.5 minutes to get to 3 hours.
Yeah, make it a 3-hour show, just as long as a Monday Night Raw. But I think we are better than Monday Night Raw, though.
I think so.
I believe people will tune in for that length. Other matches, The Blade versus Mathieu Saint-Jacques. That was more of a brawling style match. They went to the outside. Blade grabbed the trash can and threw it at Mathieu Saint-Jacques, but it was a plastic can. So, like, it made a hole and then went boop. And then he grabbed it back and then he hit him again and made a hole. And it went poof right back. I got a kick out of me.
Okay.
But a fun little brawling match. Got the crowd into it as well. Other matches here. Violence is Forever against Northern Thunder.
Okay.
This was a match I was really looking forward to, especially because, you know, obviously London Lightning and his brother Storm Rider. And I can tell you right now.
His brother's better?
I don't think his brother is better at this point.
Oh, probably, though. Like, potential.
He's got potential, though. I will say this.
Potential. You told me that you think that Storm's going to outdo London.
I did not say that. Don't put that on the record. Don't put that on the record if London's tuning in.
I thought you told me that.
I will say this. I think Storm, it does have a scent coming for him, though. I think London's very good, and clearly, obviously, AEW's keeping an eye on him and whatnot. But in terms of like my wrestling style, and I've chatted with Ryder about this, but he is trying to do some emulating of Scott Steiner 92 in his matches.
God, that's all you need.
And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Like, and he's incorporating more suplexes into his matches.
Violence is Forever is just amazing. I love it.
Yeah,
one of my favorite independent teams.
And so well worked too. Like, they did a good job setting a pace here. I obviously there's still some room to grow when it comes to Storm Rider and London Lightning. But they're still very young. Like, Storm Rider's like 19, I think. So there's plenty of time. London, and obviously we've said a lot about London. Like, again, he's getting scouted by AEW and getting looks. And I know you're trying to stir the pot here, Lee.
Listen, I'm just telling you that you are the one that 19 years old. You're like,
he looked good though.
Your brother could be better.
I saw Storm Rider in his second or third match, and I was like, he was taking bumps that I did not expect somebody who's having their second or third match could take.
Who won, Zach?
In this case, it was Northern Thunder that got the victory.
Really?
They got the victory over Violence is Forever.
Okay.
Which I was like, I like this.
That's a big win for them.
That is a big win. I really like Kevin Koo. I think he's such a tremendous wrestler.
Yeah.
And the chemistry he has with Guarini, like, I think it's fair to say Violence is Forever is the top tag team in independent wrestling. I think that's fair to say. Ku is, I think, older than you would think. I think he's in his late 30s. And Guarini is also around that same age. So you're not going to, like, if you ever get brought into an AEW or this rebuilding WWE tag team division we keep hearing about, which would...
The same division that had Montez Ford go out one-on-one with Seth Rollins?
That's right. That one. And the one that released the Motor City Machine Guns.
Right.
But nonetheless, yes, Northern Thunder got the victory. Lee, I want you to read this graphic, and I want you to read the name of this graphic and what kind of match this is.
It's a 4-corner match.
That's right. It's not a fatal 4-way. It's a 4 corners match. I'm just saying.
Well, why do they need to be in the corner? What if they were just
they occupy
like
each corner. There's 4 guys in each corner.
Why in the corner? Why wouldn't they just be on each, like in the middle of the rope?
4 ropes match?
Yeah, they'd still be.
We just call that a standard pro wrestling match.
Perpendicular to each other.
The 4 corners match.
It's getting late, Zach.
Anyway, this was more on the, and I mean this in a good way, Spot Fest side, where like all these guys are getting their stuff in. This was like an interesting combination of Arrow Boy from Mexico, Gabe Fuerza, who I think is tremendous. I think that guy's great, and keep a pin on Gabe Fuerza for this. Junior Benito, who came out, cut a promo and saying, I'm out of the title mix, but I'm going to work my way back in. And there are a little bit of elements of the character I saw in Acclaim in his promo a little bit.
So what you're saying is he's not as good of a guy as you've all told me that he is.
Well, look, I'm just saying I recognize some elements. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. In his promo, and Marcus Mathers. Not Eminem himself.
Not Eminem.
But I wonder where the inspiration was for that name. Marcus Mathers, another WWE ID prospect that's been signed. This was a very good match. This was like each guy getting their stuff in sort of deal, but it was fun. It was like a good fluid spot fest. You know what I mean? And a lot of these guys, and again, Gabe Fuerza, like Junior's great. Marcus is very good. Arrow Boy, I was seeing from the entranceway, he has all these scars. I'm like, I think he's worked a couple of death matches because he's got all these scars. I saw the
door made up for Arrow Boy.
Yeah, that's right. That door was also utilized as well. But in the end, Gabe Fuerza gets the victory in this matchup and put a pin on that for later. Other matches.
How much later?
Well, that's going to be the main event, Lee.
Yeah, soon later, though?
Soon later.
Okay.
Other matches I wanted to mention, Layla Wilde and Alexia Nicole. I still believe Alexia Nicole could be on a TV product today. As I was looking at it more, I wonder if it's because she's short.
Yeah, she's not big.
Yeah, like she's not a tall, like that's really the only thing that, like, to me, I don't see why she can't be on a TNA or even at AEW at this point. But Layla Wilde is somebody I think I mentioned to you before. Yep. This is her main card debut. She was on the dark match previously. I am somebody that believes she's, I think, the same age as London, maybe a year younger, but she is somebody that I would also be keeping an eye on the women's side. She is somebody that, like, has got a look, got great power moves, and also is very athletic. I think more matches like this, and just keeping on, getting matches in, I think she's going to get better and better. Chris Starr has always been very good. I was a little disappointed with Nikki XS. She was somebody that came in, I believe this was her C4 debut. I didn't feel like she was really locked in with some of the other wrestlers with some of the moves. I wasn't as impressed. I was a little I actually kind of came away a little disappointed with that. But the match itself, like, was a solid match, and it's stuff, especially with Layla Wilde. I think she's going to be somebody in this industry as she continues to grow and develop. And then just making sure I've got all the other matches here. Got the Sheldon Jean. So yes, let's go to the main event. Sheldon Jean taking on Puff. And I believe that is all the matches. And this was a match that it's your C4 main event. So you're going to have like your it's like no holds barred, essentially, for lack of a better term.
Yep.
And in this case with Puff, like, he incorporates some of his comedy aspects. So, like, I was right beside the guy that was holding a pair of Crocs, and he took the guy's Crocs and started beating up Sheldon Jean with the Crocs. And so there was the Crocs. He took like a box of food and then like hit it over Sheldon Jean as well.
What a waste of food.
I know. I could have used some of that. But yeah, Sheldon Jean. This was what you kind of usually see from a C4 main event in terms of like hardcore elements and having it be more of a chaotic brawl. One of the big things that kind of came out at the end was Sheldon Jean did the concerto to Puff at the end, like did the whole
really
at the end, and that helped to get him the victory. And then he was trying to attack Puff at the end of the match and trying to get more heat because Sheldon Jean's a heel. But Gabriel Fuerza comes out to make the save for Puff. And then he picks up the C4 championship, takes a look at it, and it looks like we might be getting a Gabriel Fuerza versus Sheldon Jean match
in the season finale.
At least that is the tease that we got. So
okay.
Overall though, I it was great to be back in the venue. It's funny, like we have it so good here in Ottawa in terms of like the quality of and I know I work independent shows, so I might be a little bit biased.
No, but between Remix, Acclaim, and C4,
the quality of in-ring wrestlers that we have here is just unreal. The fact that like I was standing there and looking, I'm like, man, like especially that Hot Stepper and Gresham match. I'm like, man, the fact that this is happening here on Preston Street in downtown Ottawa, in Little Italy, I'm like, man, we do not, I hope people don't take it for granted what we've got here. So very good show. It was a lot of fun. Again, I would highly seek out that Hot Stepper versus Jonathan Gresham match. That was a lot of fun. And if you have IWTV, you can obviously subscribe to them and watch the show there. But overall, it was a good time. I had a good time chatting with some folks there as well. Some folks that have also told me they'll be listening into this show to hear the review for the C4 show.
Okay, good.
So
glad we got to it 3 hours in.
Yeah, 3 hours in. They had to take 2.5 hours of our AEW review, but nonetheless, no, it was a lot of fun, and it was good to chat with the folks there as well. Again, it was been a while since I've been there solo for the Preston Event Center shows, and it was just good to be around the fans and hearing the reactions, and yeah, it was just a good time. And so season finale coming up on June 19th.
Any word on like people coming in for the show?
Not that I'm aware of. I didn't see a pamphlet get sent out personally. I don't know if they had put stuff on the chairs or whatnot. I didn't see it. But I haven't heard anything about potential names that would be on that show. So
June 19th though.
Yep.
Man, there's so many good things coming up.
Yeah.
Like it is really exciting with all the things that are coming up. Like just even in Ottawa and Montreal, right? Like,
yep.
Because I've been told I'm gonna make you go. I'm gonna make you sit through it all. I've been told that we're gonna have a spot Monday Night Raw for This Is Wrestling.
Oh boy, there you go.
So
I'm gonna get fired up. I will be fully in my new man gimmick at that point.
Oh yeah, like listen, if you can get through, Clash in Italy doesn't look too bad. Saturday night's main event, we'll talk about it on another show.
Yeah,
but they have, man, they get a couple things coming up that I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna.
We shall see for sure.
I don't know how Zach's gonna become a new man.
Even in the AEW show, it tested me. I didn't expect it with Stadium Stampede.
Yeah, and then you rated it like your best show ever.
I know. Well, it was one of my. I thought this is a show of the year contender at the end. I really did.
Well, yeah. Look, a lot of their shows are show of the year contenders. The way they've been pumping them out.
Yeah, but this one was like, I don't think it's the greatest AEW show of all time. Like I saw some, but I do think it's in the upper echelon. I think it belongs there. Certainly one of the better Double or Nothings I can.
Yeah. See, again, my problem is, and not to go back to it. Look,
yeah.
And this is a little bit nitpicky, but the best matches on the card were not at the end of the card. Like you go back to Revolution and it's 46 minutes of MJF and Hangman Page with his, title shot on the line for his career and all that stuff. That's at the end. Like a lot of this stuff, second match, amazing. First match, good, like really good. But like second match, incredible. It's kind of like the fifth match and the sixth match were really good. But then like 7, I don't know. That's all. It's just like if you went to like what was great about the card,
Yep.
it should build towards the end. And I didn't think, I don't know, Stadium Stampede and Kevin Knight turning heel as the last two things that happened. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's all.
Yep.
But it was good. Again, you get a little bit nitpicky because things you love, you want them to be great all the time.
Yep.
And you want them to be better. So it's still a great show.
Yep.
This was a great show. 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh, marathon stuff.
Oh, man.
I might separate the C4 review.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good.
Feed, so.
I think that's probably a good.
Gives me
idea.
an excuse to put Sky High into the intro for one of the.
You better work hard this week to get. A buddy texted me.
I don't know. You know, I'm so busy, Lee.
Said,
you know,
and said this is wrestling.
Yeah. You know, I'm so busy, Lee.
I know you are, but that's what makes you great, Zach. It's peaking at times where you're too busy to think and you're still able to get it done. All right. We appreciate it, Zach. Another visit to the palatial estates.
Mm-hmm.
We might even have another one before you take off.
That's right. I'm here this week, so give me the call and I'll make the trip down to the palatial estates.
Okay. Very good. We appreciate everybody listening. Yes, we're going to separate the couple of things here on the show, but we have lots more content. We thought we'd be doing even more, but we won't be doing it anymore tonight.
No.
It'll be another night.
Yeah.
But we still have, yes, the Hogan documentary stuff is still to come. We still are going to do Saturday night's main event and kind of a preview of Clash in Italy, which is coming up this weekend.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah.
It looks like a better card than.
It looks better than Batman.
Saturday night's main event was like.
Yeah, Saturday night's main event. We'll talk about it. But
yeah, but we'll do that. So WWE fans, don't worry.
Yep.
I got some positive things I think about Clash in Italy. We'll see.
Yep.
The fact that it's in Italy.
That's the positive.
Well, yeah, I love Italy.
Hey, Santino Marella can make an appearance.
Oh, I love Santino.
Yeah, you're a big fan of the Cobra. You love the Snake Charmer bit with Great Khali, and he's getting up.
I think the way they brought Santino in to beat Umaga.
Yep.
It was okay.
Yep. John Cena.
He's a funny guy.
I do get a kick out of the people purposefully mispronouncing the name, like Jericho did back in the day.
Yeah.
Listen here, Tony Schiavone. John Cena.
John Cena.
Roddy Piper.
I'm going to ask you about TNA in the next show as well.
Oh, okay.
I watched a full episode of TNA.
Wow.
I know, right? Like,
and you survived it. Wow.
I can't promise NXT's next, though.
Oh, I was going to say.
No, I can't promise
NXT is
that.
my line. I don't know if I could do NXT.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
John Cena Classic coming up soon.
Yes.
All right. So for Zach McGibbon, I'm Lever Stage. We appreciate you very much being with us on another live edition of This is Wrestling.